Good morning, boys and girls. We are going to be doing our writing lesson and we're starting out with our grammar. So, the grammar lesson we'll be working on today is capitalizing titles. So, when you're capitalizing titles, we're talking about titles of like books or movies or an article that you may be writing about in a sentence. So, our we will today is we're just going to notice and discuss some of our observations of a sentence. And then our I will is I will capitalize titles in a sentence. So that's the part that you're going to do, and we're going to notice together the information and observe that what we notice about the sentences. So in our first, so today our focus phrase is going to be I capitalize titles. So we're going to be looking at a sentence and we're going to notice, what do you notice about this sentence? Is it what's capitalized, what's not capitalized? Is it periods, commas, different structures of a sentence that you should have already learned about. And we're going to jot those down. So I'm going to read this sentence twice, and then I'm going to give you a few minutes, and you're going to go and you're going to jot down 3 things that you notice about this sentence. And those 3 things could be just what I said. What's capitalized, what's not capitalized. You can talk about the commas, you can talk about the period, but remember our focus today is the capitalizing titles. So what do you notice about this sentence and capitalizing of titles? So I'm going to give you a few minutes, and here are 3 points that you are going to jot down. So, what did you notice about this sentence? Some of the things you may have noticed were the words star and wars are capitalized in the middle of a sentence. Why are those capitalized? Because it is a name of a title of a movie. Also, you may have noticed that Empire Strikes Back, all 3 of those words are capitalized. Those words are capitalized. Why? Because they are also a title to a movie. Some of the other things you might have noticed is the word he at the beginning is capitalized. It's capitalized. Why? Because we always capitalize at the beginning of a sentence. And then you could have also noticed there's a period because this is just a statement, and we put the period to say this is the end of the sentence. You may have also noticed right here we have a comma. We have 2 different separate thoughts, but we combine them into a compound sentence. So he had ledges full of Star Wars miniatures and a huge Empire Strikes Back poster hung on his wall. But these could have been separate sentences, but we combined them using the word and to make them a compound sentence. So those are a few things you might have noticed about this sentence and that you could have jotted down. If there's anything else, you might send that to me or send that to your teacher and see what they say about what you noticed about this sentence. So, talking about our capitalizing titles and knowing what to capitalize in a title and what not to capitalize in a title, I've included this little chart to kind of help you out. So, it's like a little cheat sheet that you can come back to next time, or at another time you can rewatch this video and find out if, when we're still discussing and you're writing a sentence using a title. So, which words are capitalized? The general rule of thumb is to capitalize all the important words, leaving short words such as articles, which are a and the, lowercase. Although this advice is mostly true, but not all the time. So, if any word is positioned at the first or the last word of a title, it is always capitalized. So, let's look at these titles of these. We have, sorry. Oh, no. So we have The Last Stop on Market Street by Matt de la Pena. Every word is capitalized except for the short word on, which is a preposition. Prepositions and conjunctions are not usually capitalized unless they are 5 or more letters, or they're the first or last word in the title. In Joseph Marshall's In the Footsteps of Crazy Horse, Or also in the Guadalupe Garcia Macalls under the Mesquite, you'll notice that the preposition of and the article the are not capitalized because they are not the first letters of the title or the last. But in and under are capitalized because they are the first word of the title, and also under is more is 5 letters or more. So this chart will help you to identify other words that are capitalized in titles, even when they are not in the first or last position. So you can refer back to this chart later on when we start writing our own sentences to see if you capitalize the words correctly.